Welcome to part 2 of our snagging pros and cons of our new caravan. What have we got in store for you today? Is the most stupid cupboard of all in here. This is for the table, so it opens that way. There you go. Don't know if you can see right. And under this shelf, there's 2 shelves.
You want to come over?
2 shelves here.
Oh, there's some. They put some wood under there. Look.
Yeah. And the table goes in here. Oh, you know, the massively heavy table. And there's a shelf right down the bottom. Yeah, if you can crawl on your knees to get something in there.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Point the shelf.
Yeah, well, you know, the table should be on the bottom. It'd make it easier because you've got to lift it up and it's heavy anyway. And then you've got these 2 shelves that aren't long enough for anything long. They really are. That is a pointless waste of time for us anyway.
Yeah.
We would have welcomed those not being there, so we could have fitted anything a bit longer there. Right, okay, here's my wardrobe space. Okay, here we go. You can see it. I've got some towels down there. That's the only shelf with a bit of space. These are like, that's probably 2 inches deep.
I'll just come round. You can have a
Yeah,
look.
there you go. There.
They're not very deep. They're
No.
kind of pointless, and you've got loads of them. That's useful. That top one.
Yeah, and in there I've got, various bits and pieces. I just find these are pointless for me because I don't use a ton of makeup, and even if you did, you'd have to sit here on the end. Okay, and women of a certain age, I'd have to do this to put my makeup on. Okay, so
There's
yeah,
also
use these are all right.
a hidden power point in there, which you can see the little handheld Dysons in. But if you pull that out of the bay, there is another light switch in there.
Yeah.
For turning all the lights on in here. And guess what you can't turn off? Yes, you have to climb out of bed to go and turn the cupboard light off because the cupboard's glowing at you. Whilst we're on the negative side of things, we'll still address those. EMP levelling on this caravan is a must. It's absolutely brilliant. Loved it on the last one, love it. One bugbear which really does annoy me, because we're one type of the people that get up early in the morning to leave, and the last thing you want to hear is beep 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 when they're doing all the studies. Why don't they fit a mode where you can turn the beep off just for that purpose and you can turn it back on? I understand why they're there, right, to let you know it's doing stuff, but you don't need it at the crack of, you know, first thing in the morning. You don't. You're going to wake people up.
And here we had some English neighbours who left at 5:30 in the morning. They were on an early ferry from Roscoff or something, and we never heard a sound. They didn't have the same type of caravan as us.
No.
We didn't hear a sound. Whereas if that was us, we'd be waking everybody else up round here with that infernal beeping. So that is something that ought to be addressed.
So EMP, please fit a mode where you can just turn the beeping off.
Yeah.
Only if just for that one operation, then you can turn it back on again after that. Then we'll know.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, what else is on that list? Now, one other thing I've noticed, probably you know, I don't know, maybe I'll notice as well. This caravan is 2 inches higher. So you notice it when you're stepping down out of the caravan onto the step.
I don't notice it otherwise.
You need to go flying out to the, the awning.
Yeah, it's a big step down, which I notice most if I'm carrying something heavy or food, because you suddenly go, whoop, and realise it's a bit further down.
Our Swift Conqueror had 13-inch wheels. This one's got 15, so it's 2 inches higher. I mean, maybe, I don't know why they
We'll get used to that.
Well, some people will get used to it. It's neither a plus or a minus, really, but it's just one of those things you have to get used to, I suppose.
One of these things, we do like these sort of leather or faux leather seats, but we've noticed already they're getting wrinkly and crackly. Obviously, we're using them every day.
Yes. So what I'll do is I will just get up and we'll move the camera and you can see what market's left.
Yeah. Here you go. See? Here. And here. and here just by use. So you can see, I bet within a year that this won't be as springy as
it's nice. I did mention, is it leather or one of our other ones?
Yeah.
But it is. It says it's wrapped in ultra leather, Dusk's high performance, and it says durability. I'm not so sure about that.
Yeah, we'll see in the fullness of time.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, we have to get on to the pluses of this.
Well, I mean, I'll show you the pluses in a minute. The kitchen area is great. The fridge is brilliant. So much more space. Love all that. The kitchen area works well. I think the cooker is much, much better. On our other one, if I put the oven on with the gas, it would just blow out all the time. It was such a pain. You had to keep an eye on it, didn't you?
Yeah, it's like every 10 minutes.
Every 10. Not had that at all. So really happy with all that. The storage works well underneath, so made that work very well.
I just love the space actually inside the 8 foot wide. Yeah. It doesn't make that much difference. Oh, by the way, when towing, 8 foot wide, not an issue. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's a lot more stationary because, I don't know, the extra width seemed to give you that. We used to notice that with the bikes on the back, it was like slightly wobbling, but on this, it's not. It's completely stable. Thoroughly love it from that point of view.
Yeah, the bed's great. Relatively comfortable. Sometimes because we've got a split mattress with the day mode and the night mode, the mattress can move, so you end up with a gap.
I don't know, maybe it's you who moves in the night.
No, it's you, Steve.
I don't know, but what seems under the pillow, it just starts opening up.
Yeah,
okay.
But it's a minor thing. We're fine with it. We like it. It is awkward to get around the bottom in night mode. So Steve, if he needs the loo, is clambering over me, whereas I used to clamber over him. He's now clambering over me.
Yeah, but it's only for a week, so we've got to try it the other way around.
Yeah. But the day mode is absolutely fine. There's plenty of storage there, apart from the silly wardrobe things at the end, which we'll show you in a bit.
No, I think overall the space inside this caravan is very good.
I mean, we've got a shelf where we store water, and there is a wine cabinet. Steve and I tend not to use that, but we found other uses for it which suit us better.
Our mugs fit in there.
Our longer glasses fit in there, so that's fine.
Now, from an outside point of view, see the movers that are on there? They're obviously a newer model than one we had before, but they're a lot more precise. So, when hooking up to the back of the car, just move it and click straight onto the towing hitch. Brilliant. That was a lot more hassle than it was worth on the previous model, which to just reverse the car up to it and hook it on that way. But this one is great. Put it out space and in it goes. And you saw me testing it as well, going around the tree and a skip, right, to get onto the back of the car. It's just brilliant. Okay. Yeah. And now it's finally stopped raining, so we can go outside. So, normal alcohol. Do you know what? When you buy this caravan, you don't get a new one of those for going into alcohol, which I was kind of hoping I would do, but never mind. What they have done is to give me one for this one, which is the one that goes direct to the tank. So we've been filling it up around there because we're on a shared water service pitch. So we're having to use the alcohol and bring it in and not plug straight in. That's the reason for this. At the bottom one anyway is your normal water, your top one's to the tank, and then we just flip it on the inside for whichever one we want to use. For having showers, we're currently doing all that off the tank, so you can stay in there for ages, and then flip it back to water and just do normal alcohol fill from there. Now this locker box is where the under bed storage is, to which you can see the whole entrance is taken up by the tyre. What's that? Sticky? It's another label. Swift Group. Okay. But yeah, as you can see, you can't really get much in there because of that tyre. So I shall be moving that into the Alco thing, which I think is around the other side. I'm not sure how they're going to do that because of the movers. They said they had to buy some brackets from Power Touch.
We have to buy them.
Sorry, yeah, we have to buy some brackets from Power Touch to be able to move the thing along a bit. But we'll address that. We'll show you that when we get to it. Apart from that, now, is this gonna work? We'll see. So what we found on this one, Fiona had to use 2 hands, and you still do, to unlock it. So we got it to do up, but we've had to tighten these screws back up because this whole thing fell apart. So that's it doing that way. Hold it back up and then push it in. I can't get that out. There we go. This is, as yet, an unused feature. It's got a picture of a shower on it. So suppose if you've got a dog or you've got dirty boots or whatever, you can wash them off on this before you go in.
Okay.
Do you use that?
I don't know. I can't see Jess being very happy with it.
Do you think that's a 10 grand extra?
No.
No. Okay,
No.
fair enough. Now this is the trim that we were talking about here. I don't know if you can see it when it's wrapped, but the guy put it on with 2 big thumbs, so it's nice and straight. It goes in quite a lot, so they're going to take that off and replace it. And hopefully, what Someone the Caravan said is last time they did something similar, they actually sent a whole new front. So if they do send a whole new front, it'll fix that lock as well. So this one's the gas barbecue thing, which we never used on the last one, and I have no intention of doing barbecuing, so that won't be used. Now this locker box is fairly useful. This is the one that goes under the seat. However, there is that thing in the middle of the seat either way, so you're kind of restricted as to what size you can put in here. Otherwise, you've got to do it from the other side. Let it take all the seats out. Now, this one is useful in so much that it's got 12 volts. Probably not going to use it from the aero point of view, but if you've got an air awning, you can plug it into there and pump it up.
Well, we have got one.
We have. And then your normal 240 volts. Okay, from a Swift command point of view. Now, obviously the one that's on here is a new LED touchscreen, shows all the bits and bobs. Whereas the one we had previous to that wasn't like that at all. It was an old one. And that is much better, being able to control the whole lot from one place. Things like, you know, you can control the fridge and the air conditioning and all that from that actual command unit. One annoying thing is, when you're in bed, you still can't turn all the lights to the whole thing off. You still have to get up and do it.
Yeah, you can turn the bedroom lights off.
But you can't turn these off.
The front.
Or the middle ones.
Yeah, or the middle ones. So, you know, that should be addressed.
And
really. It seems like an obvious.
that awning light there doesn't actually control the awning out here.
No.
Right? It controls the one out there.
Yeah, well, you can't see. So, I mean, that doesn't make any sense at all. But hey.
Shouldn't there be a little LED on it so that when it's on, you can actually see that it's lit up and on? But anyway, it's another story. Swift.
Fridge is great, and because I'm left-handed, I can open it this way. And the freezer for ice creams, which are absolutely must have.
Yeah, absolutely must have.
Yeah.
But being right-handed, I can open the other way.
Yeah.
Actually, that's been a godsend. They ought to do something like that at home.
Yeah. Cooker's much better. The actual oven is smaller, believe it or not, than the other one, but I don't notice that. It's fine. I don't do a ton of cooking. We haven't used the grill yet. The top hob we've used all the time. This is good, and I can pull up a unit here.
Oh, an extra shelf.
To provide an extra shelf. This is like a massive cupboard for cutlery. I don't know if people have like 300-foot long cutlery. Anyway, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know why that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, it's got 2 big drawers. So in there, I put a lot of things, including food. A lot of food in here too. Might be our lunch later. And this. Let me just put that back. This is an odds and sods silly little drawer. It's not, you expect the cutlery drawer to be there, don't you? But it's here.
No, exactly.
And then again, these are 2, this is space, but these are quite long, so that works okay. And that works okay too.
That's alright for under storage stuff. It's
and
okay,
there's still a little bit of pan storage under there as well.
Yeah. Now that extractor hood, you've been using that actually.
Yeah.
That does work.
Yeah, here we go.
Quite nicely.
I'm cooking. It's a bit loud.
But it's sucking there straight outside.
And you do need, in the afternoon, you do need light on what you're doing. Here we've got a bit of storage, though we have had some jiggery pokery here.
Yeah, I've had to take the 2 quite fairly useless cup holders out of that corner because you just don't need them. We need space for other stuff. What about that thing?
Yeah, great.
Absolutely brilliant.
It is brilliant, but it's loud. And it's very powerful. So we haven't had it on that much, really.
No, it's very powerful, but it does have a 0 mode,
Oh, yeah.
fan speed,
Okay.
which makes it really quiet. And the fly screen door is over. Fixes at the top, not in the middle, and fixes at the bottom. There's a problem there. I think something's bent.
All in all, though, and we have had English neighbours who've come to have a look at the caravan whilst we've been here. We're very pleased with it. These things are minor things, and I'm sure they'll all sort themselves out in the fullness of time. So it's all been good.
No, I you know, when you think back to, was it worth that extra 10 grand, which is, you know, the bit of the market going up as well. People, you know, COVID stuff kind of forces us to wait a year, which, you know, okay, but we didn't do anything at the time because we didn't think it was worth it. But I'm going to say this is.
Yeah, it's not perfect. We knew it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are making it work for us.
No, and I think overall this has been a good investment so far. Touch wood, and probably is made of bloody oak.
Touch wood. So, please like,
Subscribe,
and ring the little bell.
and we hope you found that useful.